Laure and I have been frantically communicating in whispers about what the key messages are from today. But I think we've picked up a few themes that are sort of underlying the discussions. And I mean, the first thing to say is what I said right at the beginning, really, was that this was a bit of an experiment for us, this conference, because you normally get conferences which are quite siloed. You get pharma people talking to each other, you get medtech people talking to each other, health finance people, health policy people, services research people, and so on. And it's actually pretty rare to get everybody together in the same room. And I suppose about 6 months ago, I was beginning to think, this is going to be a complete disaster. Nobody's going to come. Nobody's going to talk to each other. But actually, I think the quality of the discussion and you know, the level of interest and the fact that you all stuck with it by and large right to the end in a very long day is just testament to really the importance of this conversation that we're just beginning, I think. But just to very quickly turn to the common themes. I mean, I guess the thing that I picked up really was that, and it was just going back to Nick Peters' point at the beginning, Rifat's points about health system, it isn't really the money. You know, the money's not the issue, both in terms of research and development and supporting the basic science. And of course, we always want more money, but you know, there's actually a lot of money around. But also, money's not the issue in terms of either strengthening health systems in developing countries, and we heard a little bit about that from Jeremy Laure, but here and in the rest of Europe, North America, when it comes to reorganizing the way we deliver care. And you know, we know what we need to do. We know what a good health system looks like. We heard a bit about that from Mark Britnell. It is about organizational change. It's about new service delivery models, new business models, new players perhaps coming in. Technology is part of that picture because it enables change, but it's only one part of it. And the really big issue, I think, for me is actually, and again, just going back to the point that Mark Britnell made about this disconnect between different stakeholders and alignment of interests between different stakeholders. We have this problem, I think, in healthcare where we've got this immensely fast-moving science and technology base. You know, the level of knowledge about medicine is supposed to double every 5 years, or some people say it's less than that. Immensely fast-moving underlying science and technology pushing innovation in. But as Rifat said, this sort of archaic delivery model that we have, which is running up against, and Gabrielle mentioned adoption as being, and not just adoption, but implementation and sustainably embedding innovations in systems and organizations is the really critical thing. So how we deal with that misalignment in the pace of change between science, technology, policy, new thinking about service delivery, and we got a little hint of this from Ian Smith, you know, the long-lasting fixed capital built infrastructure, and Katie Wood, which is hard to change. And you know we rationally might need to close a hospital, but it's very difficult to do that. So I'm going to stop there. That's what I picked up from this. It's been a great day for me. And Laure, I think you've got some thoughts as well about what you picked up from it today.
It's difficult for me to come after James because James is the expert in innovation. So I've been thinking that I'll adopt a completely different approach and try to find one word that would summarize today. And I think one word that came back at all the different sessions is simply partnership. Partnership having the power of reducing our inefficiency of a healthcare system that is already in place. We're always thinking in terms of innovation, we're thinking in terms of future, but also partnership has the opportunity to, if we work together with the different stakeholders in terms of suppliers, payers, and patients, to reduce some of this inefficiency. Then, of course, we've seen the role of partnership in the context of R&D, we've seen that small structure as well as big structure like Nestlé need collaboration to grow. We've heard Pierre explaining the transitional research from discovery in a lab and how we can put it in the market. So the importance of all this partnership. We've heard Kassim talking about seeds funding, where they have a different approach, where they go and find the innovation that they think they can put on the market, providing their own structure and experience. I think then there is another aspect of partnership, which is the delivery of innovation, and Rifat has mentioned it quite a bit, and also from Rifat's work, Rifat discussed a lot the role of asymmetry of innovation and the problem between the innovation and the problem of implementing this innovation, and I hope I've said it correctly. And then finally, even when we talk about leadership, partnership plays a very important role. If we think of new models of care, I think all the different speakers have mentioned the role of partnership and that we need to work together, not in a simple public and private partnership, but in much more complex structure. So that was the word that I'm going to remember of the conference, and of course there are many other aspects, and and I hope you've all learned from the different perspectives today. So thank you very much. I have a lot of thank you actually to do. So I'll start, of course, with our fantastic speakers and their great contribution. I have to thank our management group, who have been very supportive, and of course all our health economics colleagues who have been very patient, very supportive, were always present when we needed them. We had a fantastic team to support the organization of the conference, so we were very grateful to the marketing and innovation team, including Ed, Maggie, Tim, and Claire. We had the events team with Funmi and Tamzim, who have done an amazing job. And Emily, you think I might have forgotten you, and you were maybe happy because you don't like being in the spotlight. But we have to give you a special thank you for your help, your support, your focus. You really made this conference go ahead and happen. So thank you very much for all your help. So we invite you now.
Any more thanks? No?
What to you?
and you. And I think just the closing words from our acting dean, Nelson Phillips.
Don't worry, I'm not going to say very much. Okay, I have some notes, but they're only like 2 words, so I'll just put them away. First thing I wanted to do was just thank these two. So a big hand for James and Laure, who I watched them go through many iterations and ideas, and it was a fantastic job by them. And so great work. Thank you very much. I want to thank all the participants. It's been really great having you here today. Imperial, a huge part of Imperial is focused on health, and the business school shares that deep interest. So we made a lot of new friends today with you guys coming here, made a lot of connections, and it's really great that you took the time to come and join us to have this conversation. This has been a really terrific conversation. I think a lot of the conversations, your partnership word was fantastic. I think a lot of the conversations showed the value of bringing people together out from different groups that don't normally meet. Sometimes to disagree with facts, other times to bring in external kind of realities, and it was really fantastic. So thank you everyone for your participation and for bringing together all these different ideas and different thoughts. So that's fantastic. We are actually just about to announce the opening of a center, which has been mentioned several times today, a center for health research. So you'll hear more about that. So if you want to continue this conversation, that's a great way to do it, is to get involved in the center and come to some of those events and sort of be part of that. So we hope you'll all join in when we contact you and continue to work with us in this way. Okay, I think that's enough. I kept you from your drinks long enough. So thank you all for coming. I look forward to seeing you again in another event soon, and enjoy the drinks. Thank you very much.